I just didn't know what to say, and like everyone was like looking at me, and I don't even know why I said it. I was like, "Oh,
So
swag."
you dabbed.
Right,
You just swag.
I said, "Oh, swag," and then everyone was like, "Wee wee 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 wee."
That went so long.
FBI, open up.
Everyone, get out the way. The podcast is here.
This is how you lose your 100% listenership within 5 seconds.
Wee wee wee.
Oh, it's fucking shambles, man.
Yo, I think I'm gonna keep it all in from the beginning. And
No, we can't keep all that in.
Wee wee wee. Everyone, get out the way. The podcast is here. Welcome back, everybody, to an interesting discussion sometimes. Today, I'm here with the regular boys. That's Harsha, Haran, and Christian. And today, we have a few different topics to talk about. First off, Haran is going to give a quick lecture on something he's passionate about.
Wait, I don't want to give a lecture. It's just teaching you guys about something.
I'm doing the intro.
I want to clarify what I'm about to do.
yeah, well, when it's your turn to speak, you can speak.
No, fuck all you guys. Okay, go. Continue.
Say less.
And we're also going to talk about Haran's graduation. And then we're going to end off with a game and might sprinkle in some fun in between. So, Haran,
Ooh.
I heard you come past. So, can you tell us about Supersonic?
Supersonic.
What an introduction.
Bring it
yeah,
back to the
so-
Spunk Bank.
Yeah, I guess like some background. I'm currently doing my master's in mechanical engineering.
Yes.
And I've like taken this past year. I've taken a lot of like aerospace courses, so I'll learn a lot more about like aerodynamic design and stuff like that. So something that I learned about was that like I guess like 40 years ago now or 30 years ago now, there was this airplane company called Concorde, and it was like a British and French like not like a startup, but like they kind of created it, the idea, and they were being funded by the governments there. And essentially, they designed supersonic aircrafts that pretty much flew like from like London to New York or to DC or to Paris, like pretty much like transatlantic. And it was like really ahead of its time, I would say, because like most commercial aircrafts are subsonic. Okay, I guess I should just explain what like so subsonic means like less than 1 Mach number is like the speed of sound. So if you're subsonic, you're less than 1. Supersonic is like, and then so right after that is hypersonic, which is like I think it's like greater than 1 to less than like 1.5 ish, and then like supersonic's above that. Actually, no, I take that back. I probably should know this. Anyway, supersonic is greater than 1 Mach speed. It's like so basically the Concorde was flying at about 1 point. I think it's flying at like 2 Mach number, and most commercial aircrafts fly about like 0.6. So it was like almost double the commercial aircraft, which is like ridiculous at the time. And the problem is like supersonic aircrafts are like very expensive to maintain, like maintenance costs, and like the engine and the fuel usage is like the fuel usage for like from like that for that flight is probably like 10 times than like a commercial aircraft. So like to make it profitable, you have to charge your customers like a fuck ton.
Right.
So essentially, the people like flying these routes are like super rich like businessmen, and I think the average cost was like a 12,000 per ticket, like to fly across. Yeah, and back then, and that was back then too. So yeah, like all like the uppity up were like taking these flights, but like essentially it cut down the flight time from like 6 hours, I guess, to like 3.5, which is like pretty crazy. Yeah. And so like another thing that's I guess like notable about supersonic aircraft is that like when you're flying at such speeds, you break the sound barrier. And you guys probably heard like a sonic boom before, or like maybe like if you like seen like Superman, like Man of Steel, like whenever like he takes off, like they put like those sonic booms like, in the movie. So like, that actually like occurs in real life when like these planes are going, and it's not like a one-time thing when you're taking off, and as soon as you break the sound barrier, it's like continuously you're gonna be like that noise is gonna be propagating through the air. So like back in like the 60s in the US, they were testing supersonic like jets flying like across like the nation, and back then like it was like so bad that essentially the whole country passed a law that said like no supersonic aircrafts that fly like across like mainland, because like as it was flying, like the noise was really bad. It was like so bad that like it was like shattering like foundation in the house. in like houses.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like it was that bad.
Even at that like height.
Yeah, it was like still traveling down at such a speed that like it was still that bad. So yeah, so that's why like when Concorde came out, like they only did transatlantic flights because they couldn't like. Oh, so the same thing happened in Europe too. So like essentially, you couldn't really fly supersonic jets across like mainland. You had to go through the ocean where like there's nothing on the ground, right? So
But
so
what
yeah,
about
it was
the
already kind of
fish?
like limited, huh?
Nothing stupid comment. Go on.
Yeah, the fish get fucked, I guess.
Big
But yeah,
fish
so like
fuck.
it was like limited like paths that you could like fly, but it was still profitable to a point. But then like eventually, I think Concorde shut down in, like 2003, so I think they were like up for like 30 years. But yeah, it wasn't like maintainable like economically.
Mhm.
And since then, there's been no like real development in the supersonic like aircraft field until like very recently. So sorry, I'm gonna pull up my notes. So in the past like couple of years, like the main companies that are like I guess leading the way in the supersonic regime are Ariane. I guess like NASA's partnering with Lockheed Martin. I'll get to that, and this company called Boom. So I guess starting with what?
Is it boom?
Yeah, I feel like that's a very bold name to choose for aircraft.
Supersonic.
But yeah, I'll get to Boom last, appropriately. As
Big
you
Boom.
But so I guess so. Ariane is kind of like not following exactly in Concorde's footsteps. They're doing more. They're trying to like plan like supersonic jets that fly across the mainland, but they're trying to do it like private jets. So like they're trying to like sell the private jets at like $120 million
Right.
per plane. Which is, I guess, I thought it was a pretty steep price, but I also don't really know how much PJs cost. And I know there's a lot of people that got hella money out here, so I'm sure like there's definitely a market out there for it.
Tours definitely looked into it.
I think like for a really small PJ, it's like 40 million. I could be completely wrong about that.
That sounds about right.
that's
I think the video I was watching was kind of talking about like the range of like PJs, but like if you think about like a PJ, like a really like cheap PJ, I mean, and 40, not like 40 million is cheap, but like
pocket
like for
change.
that. For that money though, like you're not really like, I guess like the inside of the plane is not that nice compared to like a first class ticket. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, it's not
gonna be like a super nice experience. And I guess like that's what like Ariane's also trying to promise with the way they design their private jet. But so yeah, like how I mentioned before, like flying, like they want to fly like through the mainland because like that's, I guess that's like a market here. Like not everyone's just flying internationally. So again, like you have to deal with like the sonic booms. So I guess like that kind of goes to what Lockheed Martin and NASA are doing. They're designing an X-59 jet, which essentially will convert that sonic boom to like what they call a thump, essentially. So it's like they're saying like the decibel noise that it will actually emit will just be the equivalent to like a car door closing.
What?
Yeah, which is it's fucking wild to think about. Like how they
yeah, what?
How do you go
So,
from foundation breaking sounds to thump?
See, that's a good thing. That's what I was like confused about too. I was like, how is that even possible? And like I still don't know the intricacies of it. But like if you really think about it though, like back then we don't have the technology we do now to like analyze like how exactly. Because like back then they knew that this was making hella noise, but they probably didn't know like how that noise was related to the way the aircraft was designed. You know what I mean? Like like the way the aircraft designs will determine how the shockwave is propagated like throughout the airplane itself. So I guess like now with the technology they have now, like they can like NASA's able to like find exact like design parameters to tune to make sure like this sonic boom wasn't so loud. So like what they kind of changed was it's like super slender design, and like the nose of the airplane is like super blunt. So essentially like if you make it like a long and slender design, the shocks, like me, I guess. The shocks, essentially what they were doing before, like they were coalescing at the front of the plane.
Indeed.
And then like after that, like they travel downwards. So like what they're doing now is like they're making the shocks develop like evenly throughout the plane. And if they do it that way, if you do like it's kind of like hard to explain, but essentially like the way they design it now, the shocks develop evenly throughout the plane. So then like when they propagate down, they don't propagate the same speed as they were before. And therefore like as soon as it hits the ground, like it's a lot like the sound you hear on the ground is a lot smaller decibel than it was what it should be, I guess. Which is like wild. But yeah, they just started like working on this a couple years back, and they're testing right now. So I think like in the next year they're gonna like share the results that they get from like testing like throughout their flights through the US. So I guess if you hear a thump in the air,
It's
that's
just
them
Haran.
testing there.
Oh,
No, it's just me. Yeah. But yeah, so that's like what they're working on. So then, yeah, getting to Boom. So Boom is kind of like, I guess like Boom is the closest thing we have to like what Concorde was. Like they're like saying fuck all the like mainland routes. We're gonna like continue to just fly through like across the ocean and like don't give a fuck about the noise that they were emitting, which is fine. I guess like you have to be worried about like the noise you emit when you like touch down, but I guess like they deal with that when they get to that point. But so yeah, like they're planning on like transoceanic routes, like, but like not just limited to like transatlantic, also like trans-Pacific. That's what they're like planning on. But like the more research I did on them, the more I realized that like their goals seem kind of far-fetched. Like I was like looking at like the ranges that they proposed. Like one of them, I think they said like a 700 kilometer like range is like what they're predicting for their aircraft. But like one of the flights they were like talking about was like, I think it was like Sydney to LA, which is a lot longer than 700 kilometers. So I was like,
what the fuck? Wait, how? Isn't that thousands of miles?
Yeah. So then I was like, that doesn't make sense.
Wait, how much is 750 kilometers in miles? It's like 350. It's 300.
What? It's 1.6, right?
Wait, I said 750 or 7,500.
You said 700 kilometers. I thought.
Yeah.
Wait, what is the distance between?
Well, 750 kilometers is like.
I meant to say 7,500 kilometers. I should have said that. But anyway, the distance from Sydney, I said that back. Yeah, 7,500 kilometers, but the distance from Sydney to LA is like 12,000. So like off the bat, that doesn't add up. And like they haven't really decided on the engine they're going to use, and like the engine used on supersonic aircraft is a lot different and more complex than what you can use on the subsonic aircraft. So like that's still in the development. So they haven't decided that yet. There's something else that I picked up. I can't remember. But yeah, like it seems like kind of far-fetched what they're like thinking and like timeline-wise. But essentially, they're like most of these companies are projecting like by 2030, 2035, we'll see like actual like supersonic aircrafts like out and about. Which is I guess is like somewhat in the near future. And yeah, it's like crazy. I'm intrigued to see if it lasts. Because like the I said before, the biggest thing about the Concorde is that it was so limited to like the richest people in the world.
Yeah.
I think like what Boom is predicting is that like these flights will be about like a first class ticket now, maybe like a business class ticket, which is like definitely more affordable now.
That's
than
what
it was
I'm wondering
before.
is about like you were talking about how like so expensive the fuel was. Like how is that? Like
nothing about the fuel. They were talking about like using like some new like bio something fuel. I don't know. I don't really know this stuff, but like
luminescent.
Definitely not that, but sure.
It's like a shooting star.
And like the articles I was reading were saying like even that sounds like pretty. It sounds like they're just like saying the right things, but like nothing's really put in place yet.
Right.
And the guy leading the way, like I think either CEO or whatever, is like a software engineer, and he just got into aerospace recently, and I guess he's intrigued by this. And it was funny because I was watching the interview, and he was like, it was like a 60 minutes clip, and like the guy was like asking like, oh, like if you run into this problem, like what are you gonna do? And he's like, oh, like we're gonna iterate, and I'm like, that's exactly what a software engineer would say. Yeah. I guess like the question I wanted to ask you guys was like, would you trade like? Because like, if you think about it, the flights now, like, especially like a business class flight or like a first class, like it's super nice, like commercially, like I'm sure the flights are like still like quite long, but like you get Wi-Fi, you get a bed, like you could still do work on the plane. You can still be like efficient or do whatever you want on the plane.
Yeah.
Like I'm like even though you lose the time flying on like these supersonic aircrafts, like is it necessary? Do you think in your eyes to have it?
It depends, I think, because. So short-term traveling, I completely not. Like if you're going from I don't know, like Miami to fucking DC or something. Yeah. That's what, like 2.5 hours or something? 3 hours, something like that. But if you're going so I know the point of a lot of them is to go, like you're saying, transatlantic or transoceanic, let's say that. Yeah. I don't know it depends on how huge the markup is. Because like, if it's a first class thing, then maybe it's worth it. But if those like fuel options aren't as reasonable as like what the guy is trying to say that they are, and it's like 2-3 times the amount of a first class ticket, I mean, it's gonna be a long flight regardless. Like it's not like it's not like the difference between taking a train and like a hyperrail or something.
Yeah.
It's not like it's like half, but it's not. You're still gonna be there for a few hours.
Right.
So I think it depends on how far your journey is and how important your time on the plane is to you, like whether you can sacrifice that or not.
I feel like the allure of like private jets for like rich people, famous people, is that like basically you can just have the PJ like parked up on a runway and you don't have to go through any customs. You don't have to do any of that. They just drive you on and you get on and then they leave and then they drop you off and you can just leave. You don't have to go through, like, you don't have to do all the like the fluff around like a regular airport, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously it's more expensive, but like for that too, you get to like just chill in your own place with like whoever you're flying with or whatever, right? So like for me, like I don't even see really like if it's a long flight, I can see the allure of like flying first class or business class because it's just like a comfort thing. But like I feel like I would never fly private for like a short distance if I was given the option. Kind of what Christian said. And then I don't know. I don't really like. I think the rich people, the people that are already rich, is going to go fly Supersonic anyway. If it's the same price like they're saying or whatever, then why not fly in half the time? Because obviously if they're flying the PJ, then obviously they want to save the time because they don't have to deal with everybody else in the airports and all that shit. But like I think for us, like normal people, like I don't think it'll make a difference like whatsoever. Unless that technology like is somehow implemented in like regular planes.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because like some of the top comments like in the videos I was watching were like, oh great, like this cuts the time in half, but like what's gonna cut like 3 hours I wait in the airport for me to get through like security and shit like that.
Exactly.
So I guess it's a good point. I think it was just interesting to me. I want to see where this goes. There's definitely more challenges with supersonic aircraft that I didn't really mention. Like other stuff is like since it's flying so fast, like it heats up super quickly, so you have to have like really good cooling methods to deal with it, and even like implementing those aren't easy. But I think it's good that, like, to me, I think it's good that we're exploring the idea. I don't know if it'll be like really commercially ready, even though if it says commercial flights, like it's not really commercial, I would say, if it's like limited to like a certain price range. But I don't know, who knows, maybe in like 25 years, like they find even like they actually find like proper fuel that they can use that supports it and like a good engine for it, and maybe it does become commercial, but who knows. That was all for my lecture.
Good work, Karan.
Thanks.
I learned a lot, and I learned how much I don't like Concorde because they destroyed the foundation of the society with the foundation of the buildings.
These supersonic planes can also go slower, right? Like
but then it wouldn't like optimally use.
But I'm saying like if you're crossing the oceans, you can cross the ocean and still not disturb your landing destination if you just slow down a little bit before, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but like
they're not gonna land the plane at supersonic speed, right?
No, but I mean like they can just like then like the takeoff and landing like cities won't care. Right?
Yeah, but like I don't know like how the shockwaves propagate like backwards though. So like, it could still affect some areas. I'm sure like they'll figure that out.
The planes throw it back.
Move back.
Like I feel like that's like a minor thing that they could deal with. I don't think it will be like a big problem.
Do you think it's gonna be a realistic like mode of transport within our lifetime?
For us?
For the common folk.
Potentially. It's just weird because if you look at the designs they have, like it doesn't seem like it could fit
like
that many people. Yeah. Because like the way they design it, it's like it's super slim.
Yeah.
At least that's how they're designing it for the like the trans land, I don't know, trans ground, like flights, because like that one they're just focusing on minimizing noise. They don't really care about like I guess like the boom design. Like I think like I don't know how many they're projecting, but I think like probably like anywhere from like 60 to 100 people, which is a good amount.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. So I guess like in terms of like local flights, I don't know if in our lifetime we'll see it, unless like they like find a way to like keep that design, but also like have a lot more passengers in the plane. But I'm sure international travel, by the time we get old, I could definitely see it be a thing. And then by then, Tune will have enough money to buy us all tickets.
Tickets, bro? What do you mean?
He'll just buy the plane. Yeah.
Oh, you buy the plane? Okay.
Yeah. He'll get a Supersonic PJ and he'll get like a Sonic decal on it, like Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah. Did you guys see that movie at all? The like live actiony one?
No.
Okay,
I just know the meme of like them posting and everyone like shitting on the design. But then they came back and they changed it. And I heard the movie was good though, so.
Yeah, so I like Ryan Reynolds, like the person. But I will not watch like 3/4 of his movies because they just seem whack.
He just plays the same character in every movie.
Yeah, I like Deadpool. But like I don't want to watch Deadpool in SpongeBob or Deadpool in Pikachu or Deadpool in Sonic or Deadpool in I don't fucking know, some other show. What is it, Free Guy or something like that?
Yeah.
He plays the same character in every fucking movie. It pisses me off.
Tell him. Send him a message right now on the podcast. Do it.
Yeah.
Tell
hey, Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
Yeah? Get the fuck over here and let me slap you for playing the same character over and over again. Maybe that's
kind of kinky.
I think he'd enjoy that. I think that's the character he plays.
I feel like that's what Blake Lively does to him, actually.
You think so?
Yeah.
I know, Haran, you have to like him. He owns AFC Wrexham.
Wreckham?
Or Rectum. Or what was it?
Rectum? What did you say, Rectum? I think Rex. I don't know how to pronounce it, actually. But I know, Wrexham.
Wait, what is that?
It's a
soccer team.
You know what AFC is, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, like the gym?
That's such a niche joke. Shout out if you go to UVA and you know that, bro.
What does the A stand for?
Arsenal, A football club.
Oh,
Arsenal
football club.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, "There's no way."
That's a good point, guys. There's AFC Wimbledon too. I don't actually know what A stands for. Let me look it up.
Atlantic.
Transatlantic.
TAFC.
TAFC.
What does AFC stand for football? No, not fucking American Football Conference. Why did I think that was gonna happen? But if I say soccer, they're not gonna know because I don't fucking call it soccer.
Administrative. That's my guess.
Association Football Club.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, people only ask because in Ted Lasso. I see. Because AFC Richmond and Ted Lasso. If you guys know that, if you know,
when is Ted Lasso coming back?
This summer, I think.
Yeah, like late summer.
It's a good show. Harsha, have you watched it?
No, I'll watch it though. My 3 months free of Apple TV is expiring in end of this month, so I'll watch it by then.
What do you use on it so far?
Nothing. I haven't opened it. I had to redeem it or else I would lose it. So I redeemed it and never opened it.
Oh,
what'd you get? What'd you get the reward for? What was it?
Did you get an Apple product?
Getting a new phone in November.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, anytime Apple, for some reason, like every time you get a new Apple product, they give you like a year free of fucking Apple TV or something.
It's just 3 months.
Oh.
But they have some decent shows on there, bro. Like, you should definitely watch Severance, Harsha. That's only like 10 episodes, too.
What's that about?
Severance, it's actually a really cool concept. So basically, there's a company that allows you to kind of like sever your memory. So like the way they use it in the show is basically this dude, his wife, something happened to her basically. She dead. And
spoilers.
It was hard for him to live with the pain. So this company splits your memory in half so that when you go to work, you don't remember anything about your past. It's almost like you're reborn, except like as yourself. Like you still have your personality and your wit. So when you go into the office, that's like all your life. So when you leave the office, you're back to your personal life. So
he's just depressed at home.
Yeah, basically. But it's like he doesn't remember working. So like his whole life is just outside of work,
Getting
and
out
then
the
at
way
work
over
his
it?
whole life is work.
Okay.
It's
Nice work-life
almost like there's
balance.
two. Yeah. It's almost like there's two versions of him, right? Like the work one and
Wait,
the
but
personal one.
I'm confused. Oh, so you're saying like so his work isn't affected by like his wife? Is that like his wife dying? Is that why he's doing? I don't really understand.
That's
like, why
that's kind that's kind of why he did it. Like he
he don't want to. Okay.
yeah.
Hey man, you gotta watch the show to find out.
Well,
You know?
it's not really even like that. It's more like he didn't want to be think about his. Wait, hold on.
He don't want to think about his wife when he's at work.
No. He wanted to spend less time depressed. So technically, only like half of him is like he's only depressed in his personal life, but the rest of the day, he's at work where he's not depressed. But he doesn't know that because his memory is cut in half. So I don't actually think he thought it out, but
so if they have the power to sever the memory, can't they just erase the part that's severed? Like if they just sever the part,
like depressing.
But
but that's not.
But he doesn't want to. He doesn't want
point.
to forget his wife. Though then that would be against. I feel like he wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, I guess. But maybe I don't know. It's a conceptual. That's another technology that could appear in our lifetime.
That sounds like a bad way with coping with stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's a great show though. Great show. Really cool. Cool concept.
Would you guys want to forget about your worst moments, or do you think like it helps shape you who you are right now, or do you think back at those moments and you're like, you know what, like I've seen better days, like I'm doing well now?
I don't know about my worst moments. The moments I would want to forget are like the cringy moments.
Yeah, me too.
Like I don't mind like the worst moments because like okay, like I learned from it. Like the cringy moments, they just are like so fucking weird and like awkward.
Yeah, I feel.
But they're not like damaging. They're just like, oh, I kind of wish I hadn't done that.
Yeah,
there was one time in high school when I had just moved to my from. Basically, I moved high schools and after sophomore year. So junior year, I didn't know anybody, and I was in like this history class, and we played Kahoot near the beginning of the year, I think, or in the middle. I don't know. I was usually like super quiet in the back because I didn't know anybody in that class at least. And we did the Kahoot, and I won. And my name was just a smiley face because I just didn't want anyone to know it was me, basically, because then otherwise they'd start like talking to me or something. So I just put my name as a smiley face, and then at the end I ended up winning, which I realized I should have thrown because
I didn't want to be up there.
Yeah, and then they were like, "Oh, who's smiley face? Who's smiley face?" And I was like, "Oh, it's me." And then
it's like, oh, funny, I haven't seen you smile at all.
No, my teacher was like, "Hey, Tarun, okay, like here's your prize or whatever." Like I forget what she gave me, but she gave me something. It might have been extra points actually on a quiz or a test.
Shit, that's like
thing. Yeah, but then I just didn't know what to say, and like everyone was like looking at me, and I don't even know why I said it. I was like, "Oh,
so
swag."
You dabbed.
I said, "Oh, swag," and then everyone was like, what the fuck? I literally heard someone on the other side of the room go, "The fuck did he just say swag?" I wanted to kill myself. Dude. I don't know why I said that, bro. I was like, "Oh God, why?"
God, I wish I was there, man. I definitely
would.
Dude,
if you were there,
I would have comforted you.
You would have laughed, right? You would have laughed like you just did. You would have laughed like you just did.
Dude, what would you have done if True said that?
Huh? If I didn't know him,
he's the one that said that.
He's the one that said
that. Yeah, I would have thought he was a big weirdo.
I might have told this story too. I'm just really airing out everything about me, huh?
Sorry, man. Just get it all out there.
Yeah, one time I was at a Model UN conference with a guy. That sounds really sus. He was my teammate, like classmate. I don't know why I said it. Just a guy.
International affairs.
And basically, for those of you who don't know, like Model UN, like it's like each team represents a country, and then you have to like present your take on like a certain issue and how you would solve it as that country, kind of. And our country was like some dumbass country like Gabon or something like that. I don't know.
Hey,
sorry if you're Gabonese.
Yeah, don't
Gabon these nuts, bro. Come on. I'm sorry. That's
anyway, we're in the back.
The way he said.
We were in the back and we didn't say anything. And eventually, like the kind of like the proctors at the front were just like, oh, like, you know, the people in the back, like they didn't say anything. So essentially, he just let us go. Or he wanted to let us go. He was just waiting for an opportunity where we rose our hands. And my friend, like, put his hand up. And then they called on us. and then he refused to get up. So then I just got up, and I didn't even know I barely knew what the fucking question was. I had to ask him before I get up. I go up, and then I like start talking about something. Like, well, first off, I said, "Hey, thanks everyone for coming out," or something like that. I was like, I really appreciate everyone like taking the time to like, you know, like discuss this topic, something like that. Just because I need to buy myself time.
Yeah.
Just like come up with something.
I said like 2 sentences. I was like, in my country, like, the research shows this and this.
Mm-hmm.
But I had no idea what to say after that. And I just stopped halfway through sentence and I just sat down. I went to the back and I sat down. And it was so cringe. It was so cringe. And then the next day I emailed my teacher. I was like, I'm not going to be able to make it. There's a family emergency. I didn't go.
I think I had a lot of like mad cringe moments like freshman, sophomore year of high school. And then I think I got a majority of it out of my system. And then I think I used to be like loud and like provocative. And then I became
provocative.
Like, you know, like one of those
kids. He got the people going, you know.
Oh, like an instigator.
Kind of, but not as bad as you.
But
I think I was more like the witty humor that you see today. I started that in like, I remember specifically it being like in English class, because it was always like, not only was it like my favorite class because like usually my teachers were chill, but also like they just let me get away with so much shit because it's English class, so it's all like interpretive or whatever. Like when...
Oh, what do you mean by that
word? So like I think I was pretty lucky with my English classes in high school, because like a lot of them were based around like obviously like different works, like poems or plays or books or whatever, right? And so when you would like do reports or whatever on those kinds of works, whatever they may be, I had a lot of leeway in how I was able to like present. So if I was like giving a presentation, like it was a very informal presentation, and he did not give a fuck if I swore. Like dude was chill with like everything I did. And when we were doing plays, like it honestly, like if you walked into the room and you just heard all the people like actually going hard into it, you would think it was mad cringe, but it was like very welcomed in that environment, so you could like play a character or do whatever. Because like my English teacher junior and senior year, he was like in theater mostly by like his first trade. He just came into like teaching secondary, so like he definitely encouraged people to like at least try. So yeah, I don't know, by that time, like he would always like try to be a wise ass to you. And I don't know, he tried to like, he wouldn't pick on you, but he kind of did. And so he would like respect it if you like picked back on him, you know? Mm-hmm. And so that's when I started talking back to my teachers, and thankfully it's too late for me to get into actual trouble, because by the end of high school, I knew most of the teachers I was going to have, so they didn't give a shit. But
that was good.
Yeah, I think if I started that earlier, I definitely would have got in a lot of trouble. The best example is like, I think by second semester, like senior year, like when we were all like pretty much done with everything, like by that time I called all of my teachers by their first names.
Damn.
Oh, Christian's one of those cool guys, huh?
There's like this one.
God damn it!
Wait, okay, so the name of this episode is going to be Swag LOL XD. That's the name of this.
Oh no!
YOLO Swag.
YOLO Swag. There was just like one
on
cringe. What?
On cap?
Yeah, I just mix it all.
It's straight bussin' on cap?
Yeah.
Okay.
I changed it.
Bussin' on cap, no God, baby.
No God.
No God.
That's gas.
On cap, no God. On cap, no God.
It's so cringe. So cringe.
I'm gonna start saying that though. I like it.
Yeah.
On cap, no God. Bro. It's a new move. It's a new movement. Anyway, I was gonna share like a really, I don't know if I told you guys this, because it's like one of my one of my worst, not my worst moments, but it's a pretty bad one. But AP Lang senior year, I think we were doing like a paper on like an interview that you saw that was like intriguing to you, something like that. I can't remember exactly the prompt, but so I picked John Oliver's interview with Edward Snowden, which he did like a long time ago now. It was like 6 years ago. And I just like, I don't know, I was like really into John Oliver back then. And like the interview with Snowden back then was also like pretty good. And the clip, so like the presentation went fine. And then like we're supposed to like play a clip from the interview that like you found like interesting or like funny.
Right.
And my dumbass didn't really think this one through. And I was like, oh, the one I find funny is like, so he pretty much like goes, like John Oliver goes like on the street. Or he asked Edward Snowden like when you do the leaks, like did you see like dick pics and stuff? You know, like you add some comedy in there. And like Edward was like, what, dick pic? No, and then like John Oliver was going on the streets and like asking people like, what do you think about dick pics? And so like I just played that clip because like in my head like, oh, this shit's hilarious. And there were like people laughing a little bit in the room. And then right after, I wasn't even thinking. I was just like watching the video, like I was like smiling, and then like I paused it and I looked at my teacher. She looked so fucking mad, dude. I'll never remember her from her. I'll never forget her face, bro. And then she was like, "Oh, you think this is funny?" And I was like,
"Yeah,
yeah." I was like, yeah. And I didn't say yeah. I was like, "Oh, my bad." And then she was like, "Go sit down." And
how could she not think that's? I mean, I get it in teacher environment.
No, it was
at the same time,
she was. She was also like she was a bitch. I'm not gonna lie, but
damn.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I feel like I was just like in my head. I wasn't in class there. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna play this funny clip for my friends. That's what I was thinking. That was a bad moment though.
That's pretty funny though.
I still think I got a decent grade on that thing though. So maybe she did.
What, the dick pic?
No. Yes, I sent her a dick pic after.
Extra credit.
Cut that out.
That's bad. No, you gotta keep that in.
No, cut that out, bro, please.
There's no proof, bro. Okay.
I would have just admitted to sending an adult minor.
Yeah, but then she would get in trouble. No, she would get in trouble. You wouldn't.
Yeah, that's like she would get in trouble. Not me.
Yeah. Payback.
Oh shit, you share, man.
I was pretty cool guy. # swag XD.
On cap, no god.
In Lang, we were supposed to at the end of the semester, we were supposed to present on a book that like meant a lot to us, like whatever, like from about your childhood or whatever, like things like that. So I picked Diary of a Wimpy Kid as my book to present.
That's a good. Wait, which one?
Yeah, senior year of high school. I just picked the first one, the original.
Oh, okay.
I said Greg Heffley looks like me. It was the last project I had to do at school. Yeah.
I wish that nothing says second semester senior year like that.
I remember another cringy thing. It was like I think it was beginning of junior year English class. We had to like there was like a worksheet thing that we had to fill out, which was kind of like an introduction to yourself type thing, where it's like you write your name and then like your hobbies or like your passions, like things about you, like quirks, whatever. And at the end you had to write a motto. And like I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say like at all. Like I had no ideas of like anything to put like normal or anything, you know. But I was like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just put this thing down because like, what is she gonna make us do? Like, say it. So that's what happened. So she made us go around. Like, oh, I'm like Tarun. I like this, and this, and then you say your motto. And my motto, I just put down: "Ball is life."
That's hype.
I thought it was okay.
So profound.
I thought it was okay. Like I didn't expect anybody to laugh or anything like that. But like I just thought it was something that would like not be like too cringe and like so people know that's like a saying.
Right.
Then I go, I say I'm Tarun, I like whatever art, this, that, and ball is life. And the teacher just let out a little,
going in the back. Like, is this the same kid that said swag? Who the fuck is this guy?
What the fuck did he say?
It was a completely different group of people, which I was unbelievably thankful for. But the teacher, like after I said I'm Tarun, this, and this, and ball is life, she just let out a little. just like laughed at like a chuckle. I don't know what it was.
Damn, you built quite the reputation for yourself at your.
Everyone else was fucking completely deadpan, no smiles, no. Good job, like nothing, like not friendly. Probably because I was brown. Honestly, all these fucking white kids judging me. Yeah, that wasn't a great moment either.
So I have to ask you this: is ball really life?
Fuck no.
After that day, Turin never played basketball ever again.
You know,
Damn.
With all of our cringy selves, there's only one way to continue this podcast, and that's by going to
sever our minds.
Yes, and go to a very cringy ad. We'll be right back. Okay, we've all cringed ourselves to death. One of my favorite places to cringe is in the kitchen. So, whatever.
What?
I came up.
We're gonna allow that? What was that?
That's pretty cringe, bro.
We take those. Basically, we thought we were gonna get really fucked for content this week. So about 45 minutes before this episode, I was thinking of a game. I'm just being honest. I was thinking of a game.
The way you just said we're gonna get fucked for content, it's just
damn it.
Interesting discussion.
That's next week. That could be next week. Fuck. Anyway, so I came up with a game because I know Haran has made strides and Tarun has too recently in their cooking. But I came up with a game.
Don't lump me in with Tarun.
Well, I'll lump you two together. The fucking game. All right. Anyway,
yeah, I cook too.
Okay, I didn't mention you.
Okay, everybody's great. Okay, so basically, it's a quiz, and we usually do quizzes based on individual scores. So we can either do that, or you guys can decide how you want to do this. And these are all open-ended questions. So they're not multiple choice.
Look to play as a team.
Okay.
Yeah, let's play as a team this time. Something different.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh, Harsh doesn't sound like you want to play in the team.
Hopefully, won't be too many cooks in the kitchen, but we can.
Okay.
Oh, there'll definitely be too many cocks in the kitchen. That's for sure.
Okay, so there's 8 questions. Let's see if you can. I don't know why I keep making quizzes with even numbers, but whatever. We just fucking take it. Okay, so first one is the easy question. Hopefully, how many is in a baker's dozen?
13, right?
13. Lock it in.
In case you fuck one up.
Indeed, 13. Great, good job.
Thank you.
When you julienne something, what size/shape is it?
It's like long strands.
Okay.
I agree with that.
What? As soon as I said that, Harsha and Haran like nodded in sync.
It checks out.
See, Christian thought we were gonna know these things, man. We're chefs.
I think we haven't gone to like some questions yet, though.
Okay. This one
Did you guys know that one though? The julienne?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Thank you.
Don't
just say thank you to everything.
When you pickle something, what is the main ingredient in the process?
Like it's like you have to brine it, right? So
yeah, but what's the main ingredient?
Yeah. So like generally with like brine, it's like a lot of water and salt and what's that other clear liquid that's like it tastes funny?
I think it starts with a V.
Yeah, it's
this wasn't supposed to be a trick like that. Just fucking say it.
Vinegar.
Yes.
Please cut that in half. Please cut that out. Please explain over.
Are you gonna sever it?
What method do you use to tell if a watermelon is ripe?
No answer, guys.
You see if it floats in water.
What? That's
my
not
guess.
it.
You see if the fruit that is like 80% water floats in water.
Yeah.
No. Don't you like kind of like flick it, tap it, just to say if it sounds a certain way, like as in if it sounds very hollow, maybe kind of. Then it's.
I'll accept that. That is. The answer I've written down is the sound it makes when you slap it, but the way you put it makes it sound a lot better.
I have no idea how to judge the sound, by the way. Like I don't know what sound is good.
You want like a rich, thick sound when you hit it.
Okay.
My answer is going to be like you do like 5 keepy ups with it, and if you can do that, then it passes. That's right.
You either break your foot or break the water fountain. Okay, so this is a hypothetical situation when you're in the kitchen. Also, I made this whole quiz based off of my experiences. So if I give a wrong answer somewhere, that's why. I did corroborate some of them with the internet and make sure my process of thinking was correct. But that's just... So say you're making a stir fry sauce, right? And you add too much water or too much soy sauce or something. What can you use to combat that error by adding too much liquid? What's the thing that you can do to make it back to the consistency that you want?
Ooh. I know this, but I'll wait for them to see if they come up with something.
I have a guess.
I legit have no idea.
You add oil. Because oil's thick.
But do you want
and you're
oil
trying to fry something.
You're trying to fry... Wait, what?
What?
Thank you.
What?
Wait, what?
It's like stir fry sauce.
Thank you. Don't say thank you to that. Don't say thank you to that.
Just add more oil. It's thick for the sauce, you know? Yeah.
Why do you want oil in your sauce?
Hey, lubricate the vegetables.
Okay, Drew, what do you think it is?
The answer is cornstarch, right? Like, or any starch.
Yeah. The answer I have written down is flour or other starch.
Like potato.
I will say though, Harsh is not completely wrong because like when they make is it hollandaise sauce? Maybe it's not hollandaise sauce. I don't know. But when they add oil and you whisk it with something, usually when they whisk it eggs, it like emulsifies, so it becomes a thicker, creamier sauce.
Oh.
Yeah, but this is soy sauce, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you add, you can add like
what
when you make the stir fry sauce.
What? Wait, don't say my name and say what? What?
At least I had an answer, man.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you did have an answer. That was okay. I'm sorry. I should have ridiculed your answer.
Whip it. Yeah. Thank you.
Stop saying thank you.
All right. Funny you should mention eggs. That can be the next question. When baking with eggs and butter, why must the butter be room temperature when combining the liquid ingredients?
I know this answer as well.
Why must the butter be room temperature when mixing the ingredients?
Mm-hmm.
If it's not, you not get the right consistency. I don't fucking know. Can you even mix it if it's not room temperature?
Okay. Notice the end of the question. I said combining the liquid ingredients. So the butter is not in a state of solid.
It's melted.
But wait, I might have misunderstood that. Rick, can you repeat the question?
Yes. When baking and you have eggs and butter as ingredients, why must the butter be room temperature when combining the liquid ingredients?
Oh, okay. I know the answer.
I got nothing, man.
Harsha?
Otherwise, if you don't do what Christian said,
you have to use oil. So
the butter dissolves.
Okay.
I think the answer is if the butter's too hot, it'll cook the eggs.
That's true. That's true. That's the answer.
Oh.
I forgot that Tarun has also watched a lot of YouTube cooking videos.
Yeah.
But Tarun also got baking experience too, though.
Huh?
I think
he made a
I feel like you've actually like baked things though before.
Yeah,
I don't know if you learned that from
literally.
I'm not saying like that's the reason why you got that. I'm just saying you have baking experience.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks. Man. Yeah, I probably cooked a bacon.
Why'd you get so offended when I said that? Yeah, why'd you get so offended?
It's just like, when have I baked? I don't know. I forgot when I baked, man.
Hey, you baked? How could you ever forget the carrot cake?
Yeah, the carrot cake. Yeah, one of my defining moments.
And then you also baked in college too. You baked with Jackie, right? Yeah, you were part of the baking adventure.
The last time I remember baking with Jackie, well, I guess me and Harsha made a confetti cake for something, and we wanted to put the icing on the cake, but we didn't let the cake rest, so it was still hot. So we put the icing on it, and it just melted, and it was just like a water.
We just broke the top of the cake.
Okay, so this is why I thought they were not like at the level, because they were doing things like that. But that was also, to be fair, like what, 3 years ago now, almost.
Yeah.
So
damn, that's so long.
It's been a while. Okay, there's 2 questions left. Hopefully, you guys can get a perfect score.
Come on, Drew, you got this.
When you use a wok, what is the ideal type of stove and why?
Oh, Fuck, dude, I should know that. I literally watch Uncle Roger all the time, bro. God damn
What
it.
you know about Wok Hey? What you know about Wok Hey? You're Malaysian too. Singaporean. Sorry.
Damn. Better watch yourself.
Stove? You said what kind of stove?
What is the ideal type of stove?
Like open. I don't know what the stove.
Okay, so
Can you give me, like,
in
types
indoor cooking, there are 3 types.
Okay,
of
I used to
stoves.
walk outside. So can you explain in that terms?
When you walk outside, then what?
So
I actually use the walk outside. That we use the walk outside.
Yeah.
I walk outside when I walk outside.
Why are you saying that accent?
Like when I do stir fry at home,
Yeah,
I cook outside like on an open
Okay.
stove, open gas. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. So the 3 types of
That's
stoves
gas, bro.
are electric, like the one we had in Blacksburg with the coils.
Yeah. The shitty one, that one I have right now.
Gas
Gas.
and induction. Those are the 3 types of stoves. What is the one and why?
Gas, because that's what I do at home. I'm gonna lock it in. Actually, no, wait. I'll let other people.
So I think you're right about the gas. I think the reasoning.
Yeah, you like the wok because it's like super close to like the flame itself.
Yeah.
Like you want like to get really hot.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't really
Yeah.
know why that's. I don't know what induction is. I know what it is, but I don't know what kind of stove that is.
What is induction?
Induction is like the glass top ones where they heat up like the rings on the stove.
I guess like gas, you can actually get closer to the flame. So
Yeah.
I think I don't know.
Wait, yeah, I think.
My answer is gas, but I didn't have a reason, so let's go with gas.
You know, just make it up, man.
Well, you just
Okay.
said gas because we said gas.
No,
That's
in
gas.
my head, I said that's gas.
Okay, I'll give it to you. And the
Oh,
reason
it's actually.
that I came up with is that with a gas stove, you're actually able to heat the entire pan, because in normal stovetop cooking, you heat the bottom of the pan and that's enough.
Yeah.
But
That
in
makes sense.
woks, you're able to heat,
Heat
especially
the
with the gas, you're able to heat like the whole sides.
That's what I was
everything.
trying to say.
Kind of. You were going down that path indirectly.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
So this is the
I'll give
final
us the
question.
Dude, if I didn't get that, my parents would have been so mad.
This is the final question. Hopefully you can go 8 for 8. Why do people, restaurants, whomever, usually deep fry with peanut or canola oil as opposed to olive oil?
Wait, can you eat peanut oil through?
No, I never usually like make that like distinction though. Like at least I don't see it on menus. Like, oh, we cook this in peanut oil.
Yeah, peanut oil is for like those bougie restaurants. Usually, like
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
those.
go there.
Yeah, that's not what
Wait,
I
so
mean.
you said why do you deep fry with peanut oil instead of olive oil?
Why do you deep fry with oils such as peanut or canola, which is corn oil, rather
Yeah.
than olive oil?
Because olive oil's for the bread, bro. Come on.
So
Like-
that you can dump it down the sink and it doesn't break the pipes.
No,
Like,
I
there'll be
think
something
it has something
about-
to do with the temperature, like
Yeah.
the smoking point.
The smoking point.
Yeah,
What about the smoke point?
it's higher
In which one?
in
Olive oil.
canola. In canola.
Indeed.
Olive. Oh fuck. Damn. Wait. So they. Oh, okay.
So you
I
want
was
so-
thinking-
if it's not high enough in olive oil, then
No, so olive
like,
oil.
it won't actually deep fry it,
No, it will, but
but it won't. Do the right
the
temperature.
oil may burn and make your food burned.
Oh.
And also because the oils, this is the part that I had to do a little bit of research on, is why the smoke point matters. Is that when you have a higher smoke point, it's easier to, with the higher smoke point, basically it's safer to fry. And like it says smoke point, like your oil will start burning and you could cause an oil fire. If you had a pot of like, first of all, you can technically use olive oil, but like what we all use is like extra virgin olive oil. You have to use like really specific kind of like cured olive oil or some shit that has a much higher smoke point. But basically these different types of oils, it basically comes down to, it can also change the consistency of the fats in the oils with the different temperatures. Yeah, there's a lot more scientific explanation, but congratulations, you guys went for 8 for 8.
Yeah, shout out
Let's
to
go.
Ruben.
I would have been interested to see if this was an individual game. How?
No, I'm glad it wasn't.
We don't need that. We don't need that.
All this fucking knowledge, I don't use it at all.
That's true, but you know so much.
I think I just really enjoy watching cooking videos.
But you don't want to do it yourself.
Nah.
Fair.
I came across this conundrum yesterday because I made buffalo fried chicken yesterday.
Ooh.
And I had to buy vegetable oil because all we had was olive oil. And if you frying in those oils with the lower smoke points, like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen, like, when you fry something and it starts, like, fucking exploding. Like, those oils would, like, when you put, like something
crackling?
with batter in and it starts, like, splattering, like, really violently. That's what I mean by exploding.
I just feel like actual fires coming out. Like, oh, that's a normal thing.
No. Those oil from what I've experienced, those oils with the lower smoke points start to like become more volatile once they reach like those kinds of temperatures.
Yeah.
So the ones with the higher thresholds are more safe, especially to boil or to fry in.
Yeah, it's annoying here because I don't have like a top for my pan. So like if I'm like trying to heat up like a sausage or something, like the oil is just fucking splattering everywhere. I can't do anything about it. So I just gotta like clean it up after every time. I literally have no way to contain it.
Just sit on it.
Why would I sit on the hot oil? But what?
I meant the sausage, but whatever.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, but speaking of being there all by yourself, your time there is coming to an end. By the time this episode comes out, you are very nearing. Oh, you're already gone.
I'll be gone.
Oh wow. So for those of you who have not listened before, Haran is an esteemed student at the Stanford. I mean, he talked about it actually earlier in the episode, but yeah, basically, Mans goes to grad school at Stanford, and he's wrapping up his master's degree. So, what do you got to say, man? Like, how has the experience been? I know it was kind of rough at the beginning with COVID, and then having a year at home, and then you've been living there since what, September?
Yeah, September.
So let's do the whole 2-year experience. What's up? How was it?
How were the trees?
Trees are great. It's been good. I think I've said this like multiple times before to like everyone, but I think like just like this year alone, like living by myself has like really helped my like personal growth.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm a lot more capable than I felt like I guess 9 months ago, or whatever, 8 months ago now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess like academics wise, like yeah, Stanford was definitely a step up from like the undergrad experience, but I think it was good. Like pushed myself a little more. Definitely learned a lot. Overall, it was a good experience. I guess like the one thing I just wish, I guess it's partly on my end, but I wish I had put myself out there more socially. But it is what it is. I still made some friends.
Well, the good thing is like you learn from that, So like when you move to wherever
Yeah,
you're
next
off to
time,
next, you know like, oh, this is like what I need to work on or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. Gotta just put myself out there more.
So what's one thing you're gonna miss about being at Stanford?
I guess like wherever I move next, like it won't be as convenient with like. Well, I guess I have a car, so things will be different.
Yeah.
I think I'll miss biking though. Biking's been a lot of fun.
You can bike. You can get another bike.
I can. Yeah, I can. I definitely can. It just depends on like wherever I move next and like how bike friendly it is. But yeah, honestly, like when I was thinking back to it like recently, but I remember like when I first moved, my mom was saying like, "Oh, you definitely need a bike," and I was like, "No, I don't need a bike. That's really like a waste of an investment." Now, like, I'm so glad that she told me that.
Yeah,
because like I was like telling her like, "No, I don't need it for like a day straight." My dad was saying that too. My dad literally bikes all the time too at home. But yeah, that was like a really good investment. I think I'll miss the weather too. It's been pretty nice. And not too much rain, which is a big difference from Nova, which I'm used to.
Yeah.
Also, like not really too humid yet. Really, like, since I've been here, it hasn't been that humid, which has been nice too. So,
if job location aside, where would be your like ideal place to move next?
Ashburn. Right on. Pretty bike friendly over here.
Oh, really?
What you know about the WOD trail?
Yeah.
The WOD?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can bike up and down that all you want.
You can also get the WOD trail from
No, from here though. From here it's like longer.
But I'm closer to DC from my house, so it'd be more worth it, right?
No, you would think that, but it doesn't work that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Actually, my dad says biking on that trail is a bitch. He never does it. Yeah, like too many people walking and running. Which makes sense. Yeah, like Harsh is running there every day. I heard. Yeah.
Every day. I've never been on that trail in my life, actually.
Actually, I don't even know why I left. I've only been on there once. Actually, I've been there twice. The second time was to watch my sister finish her half marathon. So shout out to her. I don't know where. I feel like I don't really care where I move. I guess that's kind of a lie. I do care where I move to, but it's not really a priority of mine.
Yeah.
I do want to stay on the coast, but realistically, I think. No, sorry. It doesn't really matter what coast. I want to be on a coast, I guess.
Okay.
I don't really want to be inland too much. I guess it's just to what familiarity. I know life on the coast. I don't really know inland life Ohio or Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have coast?
Oh, sorry, Ohio does have a coast. I thought I did
no,
that.
No.
I guess wherever I move to next, I just hope there's a community there for me.
What do you mean by that?
Sounded
I don't know.
really
I can
culty.
I can find a group of people there, a friend group there.
Similar age and all that.
Yeah, stuff like that. Stuff I can relate to with people. I hope I don't have to be a different person to make friends there.
Yeah, dude, I didn't even think about. Well, that's just a really good point. Because I'm definitely different around different friends. When I'm with you guys, I feel like I'm my complete and true self, and I feel like that is a luxury.
He says that to all of his friends, guys. Don't take him seriously.
No.
He says that to all of his friends. Don't take him seriously.
Well, if money was no object, where would you live?
What's my top list of where I want to live?
Yeah, if money was no object. Within the U.S. first, and then we'll say international after.
In the U.S. I feel I'd enjoy living in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
I think I already know a good amount of people there. I would like to be in a big city. I don't think I envision myself being in a big city past anywhere in the age of 29, 28, 29. I don't want to be in a big city anymore.
Yeah.
By that I mean at least if I'm in a big city in the suburbs, not actually living in a city.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel I want to experience that life for a short while if possible.
What's stopping you?
I mean, job market's not really there for me. But I would definitely wouldn't be opposed to it. But I think most jobs, at least in my field, aren't really in the city itself.
Do you need to be in person for all your jobs?
Yeah, mostly all engineering jobs require in person.
So when you do what is your what are you looking for in a job? What job?
Yeah, so I'm applying mainly to simulation stuff or aerodynamic design stuff. So a lot of it they require you to be in person because even though it is simulation, you're still testing out a product. So they kind of want you to be there to actually see what's happening. You know what I mean? They want you because even if you just simulate something, you still have to give advice how to tune the product for it to work or whatever. So I think most jobs like that they do require. There are some that have been remote, but most of the ones that I've seen or applied to have all been in person. And I think I actually prefer to be in person. I don't really want to work at home.
Yeah.
Fair.
I know the convenience of working at home is great and all, but I feel for stuff like that, I'd rather be working with the team.
Yeah.
There. And I've talked to my friend Millen, who's been on the podcast before, and he said he works long hours at his job. He's working at an aerospace company too in SF. And but he said it's a lot of fun when you're just working with the team, a small team of engineers.
Yeah.
But yeah, where I want to live. Yeah, talking about New York City, I don't know, I feel the times I've been there in the past 2 years have been a lot of fun. I mean, I know it's a very small thing, but just the sports bars there, they're super lit. I've been I've been to a soccer match twice there now, and both times are really fun. Not just I went with friends, but also talking to other people there, and people there are super into soccer too, and just
what's the dude's name? The dude who gave you his phone
number? Shout out Nico who gave me his number, so have it. He was super nice, and they literally have a Liverpool fan sport bar there, which is crazy. And it was super packed when I went last time, and that would just be fun to go every week, be a good experience. And then just besides that, just I feel there's a lot in New York City that I haven't really seen yet. So Yeah, that would be fun. Besides New York City, I guess I enjoy Chicago, but I feel like I enjoy Chicago for like summer at least, not in this winter when it's gonna be like a bitch to be in. Yeah, I feel like those would be the two cities that I really want to. I guess like in terms of like
it's crazy
low
because
keys.
Chicago's not coastal. That's kind of crazy.
But it has a river in the middle. So like if you count the sidewalk next to the river, is that a coast?
They have a lake.
It's a lakefront, but water.
Bars. One that like just randomly like I thought would be nice would be like San Diego. I've seen some jobs there, and like me and Turin actually like went there for like a day trip, and like we didn't really explore that much, but like it just seems like a very like low key like city.
It seems like a really chill place.
Yeah, but it seems pretty nice too. Yeah, I guess like internationally, I haven't really gave it too much thought, honestly. I guess like the standard answer would be UK, but I really don't know if I'll get along with the UK weather. It like really threw me off when I went there like I think 4 years ago now, and like it was just like super gloomy, man.
Yeah, I feel like isn't it like that like 70% of the time?
Yeah, like the summer, and like they like freak out when it's summer because like they're not used to that much sun on their skin.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, like I was over there like in December of like 2018, and like the days were like in terms of like light outside, it was like from like I swear it felt like it was from like 10 to I don't know, like maybe like 9 to like 3 or something like that, which is like kind of close to what it's like here in like in the winter, but like it just felt so drastically different. And also like it's not even like, and like sometimes it's just like it's cold and it's raining and it's just
wait to 3.
Yeah, dude, it was like super early. It was already like sunset.
Oh, bullocks.
This dude did not just pull out Reggie Bullocks.
Reggie Bullock. Shout out to Reggie Bullock. He'll be an NBA champion by the time we put out this episode. Right, guys?
That's cappuccino. Yeah. Name an international city you would want to live in, both of you, and then I'll give my obvious answer.
Japan.
That's not fucking
it's not
city.
I feel like he knew what he was saying.
Nah, he definitely did it on purpose. I really hope.
Tokyo.
Swag.
I knew I shouldn't have told these stories, man. Fuck.
You're on Tokyo.
I can't wait to see one white guy drifting and just crashing into shit everywhere in Japan.
Do.
That's the Mission Impossible song.
No, that sounds a little different though.
No, it's like
actually
just
it's
said
going dun.
Harsha, you can't say North Cleveland, bro. Come on.
Harsha wants to live in Moscow.
And
not right now. No.
I actually don't know because I've never been anywhere internationally that's like not India. So I don't know much about like countries.
You went to the House of Mofongo, bro.
I don't want to live there. And that's also like a U.S. territory. So I don't even. It was a domestic flight.
Good point.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
I don't know, but I guess like generally what I want in a place is a place that doesn't get super hot, like upwards of like 90.
Wait, you've been to Montreal, man?
Oh, I don't even count. Okay, I was just thinking more like that side of the, across the pond.
Yeah, but I have the Canada locations down too. I mean, like. If anything, that's like not that much of a change from the U.S. So like, it might be, like, easier to transition.
But I think that's also what he means is because it's not that much of a change. It's not.
Yeah, but it's not a problem though. That's my point.
Anyways, yeah. So
get fucked.
Like, yeah, someone that doesn't get super hot. This is something I want. And near a coast of water. Doesn't have to be an ocean.
No, okay, but great distinction.
Like, yeah. So yeah, I don't know.
What about like Greece?
Greece is kind of fucked though, right?
Okay, what about Italy? About Turkey?
Yeah, what about
Georgia?
Italy? How's Italy as a place?
Istanbul would be pretty nice.
Turkey, yeah.
Problem.
I don't know.
Yeah, somewhere there.
Our friend Kunal is in Italy as we're recording this, and he sent some pictures, and they're fucking crazy, dude.
Dude, this is so beautiful, man.
Bro, it looks so nice. Like, it just looks pretty. Obviously, like, you don't know like how it is like during the day.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
just, like,
I guess
the images of it.
you sent pictures like the Amalfi Coast, which is like
Yeah.
renowned to be like super nice. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'd love to go to Italy, man. So many places in Europe I haven't been to yet.
But I think like one of the big things for me if I want to try a different country is like the food there. So like at home, like you're used to that more of that Asian food with all the different spices and stuff. So I don't know if I'll get that in a place like Italy. I just don't know.
The oil.
Yeah. Yeah, you get some oil. Do you guys like? Do you think you could eat food without spice for a couple of days, or like you just feel like
I can do it?
Yeah, what do you mean? You're not talking to me? Yeah. Okay, fine. All right, fine.
Actually, I guess you also love spice
okay.
too. I meant more.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I meant more horse and chicken because like that's all they've ever known. You know.
I mean, I could do it. My life will just be
like I
way
can.
less.
Yeah.
Yeah, way more boring if I do that.
Yeah, I was just wondering because like I haven't really cooked with spice here only because like I don't really have like the right like stuff. So like Indian cooking, I don't really have the spices here to do that, and like it's fine. Like I think I've gotten used to it, but I definitely miss the spice. Like I got Thai food this week, and like it got like spicy, and it was pretty bad, man. Like it was manageable, but like I was like I just hadn't had spicy food in a while, really.
I got pad thai recently from a place, and it was like chicken.
Wait,
pad
what?
thai.
What?
Huh?
How'd you eat pad thai?
I took out the peanuts.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was about to say that that's literally the jalapeno. It's just like the most peanutty thing.
And it was literally just noodles and just chicken.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's not anything if you don't have the peanuts.
But like I thought, I guess I didn't get it a lot because it had peanuts in it. But I thought they put like still like peppers and onions in it a bit or something, or like.
They put like some like green leaf into it, and they put like sometimes I guess like the one that I go to they put like this like red tofu, which is really good. Or Tartai does it at least, but yeah, sometimes like it depends. Like some places like they do it really like bland. It's literally just noodles and the peanut or whatever.
Peanuts usually hit though.
Yeah, the peanuts hit for sure.
Yeah, you're missing out, man.
Shut the fuck up.
So like, wait, did they have green sprouts at least?
They did, but I don't really like them.
Damn. I think it goes well with the pad thai.
Anyway, my answer obviously would have been Madrid because I've been there and so I know what it's
like.
Oh
my god, dude! Every fucking episode.
Well, no, only okay, because I have lived there, so like I know. Can
we sever your
like.
mind from Spain? I swear.
No, never. Unseverable.
How do you say sever in Spanish?
Sevilla.
Sevilla? Is that what you said? That's fucking big. That's so funny.
Is that racist?
It might be appropriation, I guess.
Crossing the line.
Yeah. Teetering on the edge, my guy. Yo, that's crazy. I'm on Twitter right now. I just got a post from Sevilla FC, bro. Yo, this shit's crazy. This shit's crazy.
Insane.
Why are you on Twitter during the podcast?
He's looking for content. Oh, we're actually already at an hour 20. How the fuck?
All right. Well, because I saw Sevilla and you know they suck this year. So,
no, they don't. That's just not even true.
I mean, they suck, kind of. Yeah, they suck.
Why isn't he allowed to have his own opinion, Haran? Why do you always need to diminish people and admonish them for having an opinion?
Extinguish. What were you saying last time? What was I just saying?
Depression.
Depression.
And now we must suppress this episode by finishing it. But my point about Sevilla was that because they sucked, this episode now is going to suck because it's going to end. I just want to get that out there. Anyway, that we are concluding the episode. To be clear, to be 100% frank.
Shut up.
Thank you.
Indeed. If you guys enjoy this episode, you know you can catch us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Apple TV, Hulu. Netflix, Bflix, Uflix,
Peacock.
iFlix, bro.
Bflix. Shout out Bflix. The GUAT.
fmovies.to. One
Red Tube
movies.
End it, bro.
You can catch us on Instagram at An Interesting Discussion. You can see all of our wonderful guests, including last week's guest, Anuj, and next week's guest, to be determined. Special teaser. But that's it. We hope you guys enjoy this episode, and we'll see you all next time. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.